this is Harrison Painter, and I am sitting here with Brad King, the mastermind behind all of the social media for this Extreme Makeover Home Edition up here in Bunker Hill, Indiana.
Hi, everybody.
So tell us a little bit about what it is that you're doing, how you're incorporating social media into this chaos, and how you're making that work.
Well, Hallmark came to us about a week ago and said one of the issues that happens with Extreme Home Makeover is that when you see the show, you only see Sears and Home Depot and the big contractors that do the work, and you never see what happens behind the scenes. So what they thought and what we sort of agreed was that it would be really neat to incorporate social media into the entire process and follow all the volunteers around, all the subcontractors, engage the community and talk about what this 7 days is really like. And really it's 104 hours of building, but there's 7 days of stuff that goes on. So we've built a blog, we have a Twitter stream, we have friend feed, YouTube, Flickr, and we have about 40 students here coordinated with 3 other professors. And all we do is collect media, interview sponsors, interview the crowd, interview everybody, and we just sort of have this stream going out, and we have conversations out in the Twitter stream to let people know what's going on. And today, like this, when the rain came and they had to shut down the spectator side of things, there's been just this mass influx of people online following what's going on behind the scenes. So that's sort of the thinking behind it, is how do we expand the TV show? At no point are you ever going to see anything about the build. We've left that to the TV show, and we've said, how can we tell stories around the build to make it something more exciting? And we know, for instance, that the family and friends who are involved in this have sort of been watching everything that goes on around it, which we think is going to increase their curiosity about as if you need curiosity increased for a new house. But this is their neighborhood, and they know everybody here, and it's a tight-knit community, so we've gotten a lot of feedback from people here. And one of the things that we're doing is visualizing, creating a visualized map of everybody who's contributed and all the sponsors. And right now, we're at about 200 sponsors that we have on the map. There's like 8 states that are represented. And so you'll be able to sort of visually see what does it take to build a house in 104 hours, right? And it takes 8 states, it takes 300 different sponsors, they have 3,500 volunteers that signed up, who are also doing community outreach all in the Bunker Hill and Kokomo area. So that's all going to be visualized, and you'll be able to see exactly what happens, not just with the home, but all around the area.
So you're turning people into local celebrities, telling their story.
Yeah, it's been really neat. We've got lots of, I've gotten several emails from people who have appeared. We took a picture of a girl, she was like 12 or 13, and she had a I Love Thai sign. And literally I posted it, and 2 hours later she sent me an email, and she said, that was me, this is really cool. So it's been sort of neat. Some of the neighbors have come up and talked to us and sent us emails. People that know folks who maybe don't live here anymore have sent emails. So it's really cool to sort of see how you can connect people that aren't here. They can be a part of this process that aren't here. And the cool thing to me is being able to show folks that when this thing comes, if you do this right, that really what you can do is have an effect on this whole community from people all over the country, right? And you think we're in a recession and things are bad and all the belt tightening is going on, and you just sort of see how this whole area has come alive. I mean, 3,500 people volunteering and being able to visualize that, just see what happens, has been really cool.
So since most of my people, all of you out there, are students of social media, what's it been like working in tandem with big brands, big sponsors, ABC, Extreme Makeover? How has that experience been?
You know, I mean, my background, I mean, I worked at Wired and I worked out at MIT, so I'm sort of used to dealing with some on that level. It's been interesting to see the students deal with it. You know, their experience of being immersed in this media, growing up in a culture where this is just sort of how things happen, it's sort of changed the way they've looked at things. So that's been really interesting to see how they've begun to sort of understand how all of this comes together. Everybody's been great. We literally have not had one person, one group, one company turn down a request that we've had, ask us to approve anything, and we're working for Hallmark. We're working for the builder. So we kind of didn't know how that was going to go. Everybody's been great, and which kind of makes sense because you're giving up your time to come out and help build somebody a house, right? You're giving up your time to come volunteer in the community. So everybody's really excited about that. So that side of things has been, I think, neat for everybody to just sort of see how, when you do things right, how it can work.
Absolutely. Well, as a social media pioneer, I really respect what you're doing. Love what he's doing. You know, it's telling a story, it's being authentic, and you can tell most of the people that I interview, and you can see it in him right there. It's all about the passion about what they do. You love it, don't you?
Oh yeah, it's great. And I should say, and this is when I'm going to pay my bills. The students came from Ball State University here in Muncie, and we don't get paid. This isn't class credit. I mean, there isn't any reason for us to be here other than it's something that everybody wanted to do. And these are 17-hour days in the middle of midterms. And they're giving up whatever time they have to come out here, and everybody's just really jazzed. And I'm sure we'll sleep next week, maybe, unless something else happens and it's time to go cover that. But it's just been infectious around here.
Pure passion, folks, pure passion. Well, I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
All right.